Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Laneige BB Pore Control Cushion, or BB Cushion Pore Control. BB Cushion Pore Control, yeah, I think it's that way to say it, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I picked up the refill of this one because, to be honest, it's much more cost effective and it's much more space effective, and it's a lot less wasteful for me because I generally don't have anything to do with the cushion cases after I finish the cushions. I don't generally buy refills for them because I try so many new products out. I know it seems really strange to just buy the refill, but honestly, if I'm going to be throwing out so many of these cushion cases every year, that's so wasteful. Like, if I can buy something that is just a refill, I would absolutely rather do that, because these honestly don't leave my house. I don't use them for touch-ups. I do enjoy using cushions, however, because they make it a lot easier for me to do makeup swatches when I'm doing them for you guys. So if I'm doing like a cheek swatch, then I will apply the blush and then I will talk about it, show you guys, and then I will take off all of the makeup on my cheek and reapply it. So it's much easier to use a cushion for that, because otherwise I have to pump stuff onto the back of my hand and then I might not use all of it, and then I've got stuff on the back of my hand when I'm trying to apply powder products, and it's just a mess. So for cushions, I feel like I have a totally different use in comparison to what everybody else has for them. But yes, that is why it is just a refill and there is no actual cushion case. I'm sure you guys can imagine the cushion case though. It's not very difficult. So for this one, the product description says, oil-free and long-wearing BB cushion minimizes the look of enlarged pores while keeping skin matte and fresh for up to 12 hours. Lightweight and buildable formula easily spreads on to conceal redness and other blemishes while still maintaining a natural matte finish that doesn't oxidize or cake. Robust SPF 50 keeps skin amply protected from UV rays and environmental stresses that result in dryness and premature aging. So for this one, I obviously don't have the case, so the packaging is very minimal. In the refill, it does come with its own little cushion puff, which I think is really handy, and I do enjoy the Laneige cushion puffs. I find that they last a really long time and are really good quality. I have the shade 11, which is the lightest shade in the range. It's also called Porcelain, and I have tried this before, and I think I had the BB Whitening cushion, and I really enjoyed it. However, I feel like this one is a slightly different colour, although today it actually looks really good. There have been other days where I've worn it and I thought, oh, you know, like that looks really ghostly, it looks really off in colour, but today we're totally fine, so maybe I'm just going crazy. So here are this month's swatches. I've got some really interesting products and only one really dark one, so that's pretty good. The lightest shade at the moment that I have is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade 01 Pale, I think 00 Pale. Then I've got my NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, Etude House Double Lasting Serum Foundation in the shade Y03 Ivory. This one is the Espoir Pro Tailor Glow Foundation in the shade Vanilla. Then there is the Holika Holika Hardcover Glow Foundation in Ivory, and a Sui Liquid Foundation in the shade 100 Alabaster, the Malmonde Stay All Day Foundation in the shade 13 Porcelain, which actually looks a bit more pink than I thought it would, the EX1 Invisiwear Foundation in the shade 100, a Pure BB Maker Foundation in the shade Light Beige. This one is the Pity Pitta Ink Drop in the shade 01, the 3W Clinic Foundation in the lighter shade. This is the Collagen Foundation. It's turning so orange and so... you can see it oxidizing around the sides. Then we have the Up Hue Triple Wear Foundation in the shade Frozen, the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum in the shade 00 Alabaster, the Misha Radiance Foundation in the lightest shade. This is the Laneige BB Cushion in the shade 13, no, the shade 11. The Up Hue Wonder Cushion Pack with the fox print on the outside, and this is the Lily by Red with Estebani Cushion in the lightest shade. So you can see that this one is oxidizing and getting darker and darker as we go. So is this Pity Pitta one. It doesn't do it on my face, but it does do it on my arm for some reason. So these are the foundations. So I'm going to be applying this cushion using a cushion puff. This one is by Misha, but Laneige does have a cushion puff that comes with it. It's just that mine's dirty right now. So I'm just going to pat this gently on one side of my face. I find the application of this product very easy. It's just like a general cushion. It is slightly drier than some of the other cushions that I have tried because it is more of a matte formula rather than like a dewy finish, but I don't feel like this affects the application at all, and the cushion actually feels like it's got a fair amount of product actually in it, which is really nice. because then you get a little bit more value for money if you can use it a little bit more. So this is what half my face looks like with the cushion on. So this is without and then with. I think that the colour doesn't look too bad. It looks slightly off though. It's just a little bit too bright, I think. But honestly, it's not too bad at the moment. The coverage is light, so I can see my scarring pretty easily. There's a couple of little ones on my chin as well, but it does cover up all of the redness in my skin, which is really nice, so it looks quite even. I really don't feel like it does anything for my pore area, so I'll zoom you guys in once I've done the rest of my face to show you that. So this is what my full face looks like. I feel like it's just a little bit off in terms of colour. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not perfect. But otherwise it does look pretty good on my skin, so I'll zoom you guys in for just a little bit. So this is what my pore area looks like. So my pores are a little bit larger here, so just around my nose, and I feel like they are quite obvious with this product. I don't think it does anything to hide pores, which is it's like supposed to be a pore control cushion, but I guess they mean pore control as in like sebum control rather than actually covering up any of the pore area, which is what I personally assumed it was going to do because I didn't read the product description. Yeah, so that's interesting. But around my chin I have more scarring, so you can see these little light scars. Very obviously not really covered up, but I do get a lot of redness around here and it's covered quite nicely. This is a birthmark. It won't be covered by anything, let alone a cushion that has light coverage. Darker scarring, definitely still quite noticeable. So I'm going to go powder my skin because it is a little sticky to the touch, definitely would get caught in my hair, and I would check back in with you guys in a little while. I did find that at the 12-hour mark, because I did wear this one for 12 hours straight, it didn't look the best. It was a little bit oily in the T-zone, but I didn't have any patches that were wearing off, so all in all, not a bad longevity. So for this cushion, I'm kind of on the fence whether I would buy it again. I feel like the colour is fine most of the time. Like I said before, sometimes it looks like it's really off, but I'm wearing it today and it looks totally fine. So it's a little bit interesting, but that's okay. I find that the cushion is really easy to apply and it looks really good on the skin, but because it's more of a matte finish, I find that it does kind of accentuate my pores and a little bit of the dry skin around my nose, because I did have a little allergic reaction to some sort of skincare and I had like flaky skin around here. This cushion really accentuated that. Because it is a matte finish and it's supposed to be like an oil-free sort of thing, I feel like it's probably not the best cushion for my skin like type, really. I do use this with a primer that is really softening, so I've been using this with the Peach Glow makeup base, which has helped a lot in terms of application. So I'm wearing the primer on this side and then not on this side, and I can definitely see a difference. I like this side a lot better, it's a lot smoother and nicer, and this side you can see a little bit more texture if you look really closely. So I feel like this is probably not the cushion for me in terms of formula. I remember liking, I think it was called the whitening one. Yes, BB Cushion Whitening. I remember liking that one a lot more. So I feel like if I was going to go for another Laneige product, I would probably go for the whitening one instead. That one is not to make your skin look white, it has ingredients in it that will help to brighten the appearance of your skin. So overall, this is probably a product that I might recommend to people who have got more oily skin. I can't really recommend it though because my skin is not oily at the moment, so I can't really say, you know, in terms of longevity and oil control if it's doing a good job. However, I can say that if you have more dry skin, then I wouldn't recommend it for you, because for me in particular, I found that it really accentuated those dry spots and the uneven skin texture, so not so good. But the colour 11 is a really great colour for porcelain princesses. I feel like it's a little bit more warm toned than it is cool, but sometimes I think I'm just going crazy because I can't tell. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!